Hi guys, and welcome to a new section of our course. The topic will be the concept of loops. This is a sequence of instructions that is continuously repeated until a certain condition is reached. One of the reasons a computer is so useful is that it can repeat operations multiple times very quickly. In this video, we'll go over 4 loops. A loop is a block of code that iterates a list of commands as long as the loop control condition is true. So, we'll use 4 to execute a block of code repeatedly. In programming, a for loop represents one way of executing repetitive tasks and is a fundamental concept in any programming language. The standard Bash for loop is similar to the Python one, but differs from the one used in C++ or Java. The Bash for loop takes this form. Item is a temporary variable that is created and takes a value from a list of values sequentially at each iteration. Let's take a look at an example. I'm creating a new script that iterates over a list of strings. For OS in Ubuntu, Pop! OS, Slackware, and Kali. This is a list of strings separated by spaces. Do and done. This is the syntax. And between do and done, I'm executing a single command. Echo OS is $OS. Great. I'm saving the script and running it. We see that at each iteration, the OS variable is set in turn to each element of the list. And the block of code between do and done is executed. If a string element of the list contains a space, then you should enclose it in double quotes. This will prevent word splitting. I'm adding a new element which contains a space. And I'll use double quotes. MX Linux. I'm saving the file and running the script again. And we see that the OS variable took the value MX Linux at the last iteration. Let's move on and see how to iterate over a range of numbers. To do that, we'll use a bracket expansion which will produce a sequence or a range list. Earlier in the course, we had an entire section on shell expansions, including the bracket expansion. So for num in curly braces, 3 double dots 7. 3 and 7 are the start and the end of the range list. Do and done. And between do and done, I'm running echo num is $num. I'm saving and running the script. Great. And to play around with loops, I'll add a command that will create an empty file at each iteration. So touch, and in the current directory, $num.txt. The file name will be the number at the current iteration, .txt. This is the contents of the current directory, and now I'm running the script. And the files were created. You can also specify an increment for the range, like this. For x in 10, 100, 5. This will iterate over the range of numbers from 10 to 100 in increments of 5.